You don't see many, if not any at all, proper JDM import Bug Eyes. You just don't.
Just don't. It's just not around.
That's got a little bit of go, hasn't it?
It's a little bit red, yes.
Indicators?
Oh, right hand side.
They're on the right?
Yes.
Ah.
Yeah, it's not rusty, it's not rotten, it's just a working engine.
What is this?
A new toy.
Wow. She's an absolute peach. Well, welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we have a special treat. This is a Subaru WRX STi. JDM, thank you, Matt. Matt is the owner, and we're going to be chatting to him in just a second. Now, I think the best way to start this video is to talk about this. That pink badge is very special. I don't know much about Subarus. However, I do know that if it has a pink badge, am I right in thinking
you are?
That means it's a JDM import?
Yes, Reg, that's a JDM import. Because it's got a pink badge, and also the pink badges on the bottom. So that's the general way you'd see it as JDM. If it's a UK spec car, you've got blue badges. Right. With white STIR. How the colour of the badge, if it's pure JDM one or...
Oh, really?
Off eBay, yeah. Slightly different tinge of pink.
Ah, okay.
2001, 2002.
Wow.
They only made it for 2 years. It's got the EJ207 engine in it, which basically makes this a whole different ball game. The engine, as standard, has got forged internals in it. It's now running 370 brake. Had it on the rollers, got the paperwork. Exciting day.
Yeah.
Spent lots of money on the car. Fuel pump, Walbro one, stainless exhaust cap back, iridium spark plugs, HKS induction kit, forged dump valve, and a map. It's standard 280. And all I've done is just fuel, air, and exhaust.
And would you say it's easier to tune this particular engine because it's forged?
Yes, you've got a bit more life in the engine. Bit safer.
Okay. And is there anything else other than the engine, Matt, that you've done that makes this car a little bit unique? I mean, you've had some paintwork done,
I've had the whole car resprayed because it was looking a bit its age. Yeah. Make it look good, show ready for this year.
Wow.
So here it is. Where before it was an old rusty old dog.
Yeah, but I remember this car because me and Matt used to work together, and I used to see this car a lot. And you know, even back then, it wasn't bad, but now it looks terrific.
Thank you, Reg.
I love the gold wheels as well. It has to have gold wheels. It's a Subaru,
has to be a
right?
Subaru, yes, and it's the stock, how they look stock. So if you get the car, you've got to keep it the same.
Exactly.
I don't want to lower it too much. I don't want to lower it at all, actually. It handles really well. I've had it 18 years, the car. I bought it in 2008.
Wow.
So it's been quite a while.
It's been a project.
It's been a labour of love. A labour of love. It was my daily for work. And then I found out how rare and important it was, and I took it off the road and used it as a weekend toy. It looks good on the drive. It's good on the drive. I'm just pleased it's all looking tidy again. Mechanically, it's good. Nothing wrong with it at all. Just spent £1,200 on a stereo yesterday.
£1,200 on a stereo?
Yeah, well, stereo speakers and install. Ooh. Hasn't been fitted yet. It's getting done next weekend.
Wow.
Well, if you see the stereo in there, Reg, it's the original Japanese one. Well, you can get to radio 2 or play mini discs. So I'm a bit limited. But you don't buy this for the music, you buy it for the sound. But when you're going to shows, you're on a dual carriageway, conversation dries up, so nice little stereo. Apple CarPlay, just get to the places I need to get to. Stop getting lost. You know what I'm like, getting lost, Reg.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. It's really nice that you're not just focusing on the outside, Matt, because you kind of turning this
modern day car
into a modern day daily driver back from 2000. What was it? 2002.
2001, 2002.
I mean, that's a long time ago. That's 24 years ago.
And I've had that radio from the start purely because I know no one's budged it. Yeah. No one's taken it out and put dodgy wires and spending out the money to get it properly installed, so it's properly done.
Have you done anything to like the brakes or?
The brakes are Brembo. All I've done is replace the pads when required. They're 4-pot cylinders at the front and 2-pot cylinders at the back with Brembo pads on.
Nice.
Which stops good enough. Yeah. Sometimes you could do a little bit more braking, but that's just down to the driver, not down to the car.
Well, I think...
Going too quick.
I think these calipers are quite similar to the ones on the 140. They're the 4 pistons, aren't they?
That's it, yeah.
And they work fine. Just stick a good pad in there.
That's it. Good pad, good disc. Yeah, I've had no issues with them at all. They stop when I want them to stop. I haven't hit nothing, so we're okay.
And another question for you is, how often does this engine need servicing? What's the ideal?
I service it myself for every 5,000 miles, but it doesn't do 5,000 miles a year. but then I do it every year. I think with a turbo engine and the way I drive it, you must do that oil change.
Yeah.
Kind of think, oh, I'll do 6, 7, 8,000 on it. Mile per year in this car, 3,000 a year. Oil change every year, you can't go wrong, can you? That's how you look after the engine. The 6-speed gearbox, so it's a stronger box out. The 5-speed is quite weak.
Yeah.
Everybody tries to get the STi gearbox because it's a stronger one. And again, no issues. And the same clutch for 22 years.
Same clutch?
I haven't changed it.
That's mental. Well, I hope today I don't break it.
You won't break it,
You
Reg.
heard it here.
You will not break the car.
If I break the clutch, he hasn't changed it in 22 years, Matt. That's on you, mate.
Yeah, that's fine, mate.
I'm
That's goes on
joking.
me, not a problem. I said that. Not a problem.
It looks amazing.
But again, I didn't go for wheel spacers. It's just, I want it to be as what it looks like.
You want it to be OEM?
OEM, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to do anything stupid, like get the big wang at the back. I don't like the big spoilers.
No.
Big spoilers. Say no more. The expensive part was the exhaust. That was like over £1,000. And obviously fit inside of it. Then they fitted it and I thought it was too quiet. So I took it back, they took out a muffler, and now it sounds the way I wanted it to sound. Like a Subaru. I was thinking of selling it, and then I looked around and thought, I'll never get another one. Not the condition. And then I found out about the EJ207, how rare the car is. According to ChatGPT, what we all believe in, there's only 6 left on the road.
What?
And then 120 are sawn off the road in private collections. So you see one of these, you've seen a pretty rare car.
There you go.
Just purely because it's a JDM import, it's a Bug Eye, it's got the EJ207 engine.
That looks relatively accessible, which is quite good, isn't it? If you wanted to change that.
Yeah, okay. Apart from the spark plugs, Reg.
Ah, right. Why is that?
Where are the spark plugs?
Unfortunately, I'm going to have to say they're probably down the side, aren't they?
You've got it. And then you
'Cause
try and
it's a flat
take...
four.
Exactly. So you
Oh,
try and
no.
take them out.
So how do you do it then when you
Take it
service?
to a garage.
Oh, yeah, well, yeah. Fair enough.
I had no chance. I tried myself and it was, no, somebody else can do this.
Yeah.
You need it on a lift.
Yes.
You can't do it on the floor.
Oh, so they go from underneath?
They go from underneath.
Okay.
So, to prove the car is what it says it is, the chassis plate here gives you the model, EJ207.
I'll try and focus on that. Oh, there it is.
That's all you need to see.
And what does that prove? That it's an
proves
STi?
It's an STi, it's a JDM, and it's got the right engine. HKS induction kit. Forged sump valve. But it's a using car. You know, it's used to be on a daily. It's not all shiny and blingy. It's serviced regularly. It's a working car.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not one of these, oh, God, look, polish up, because it's an engine.
Yeah.
Outside, yes. Inside, fair play to the people that do it, but I haven't got time or well to polish chrome in an engine bay.
No.
So, yeah, it's not rusty, it's not rotten, it's just a working engine.
I think it's that time, Matt. Let's take it out for a spin.
Do you want to drive?
Oh, yeah.
There you go. Enjoy.
Whew, listen to that. And Matt has driven this car here and it's relatively warm at the moment, so indicators.
Oh, right hand
They're
side.
on the right.
Yes.
Oh, that's going to take a little bit of getting used to. Well, anyway, I'm a BMW driver, so I don't actually need my indicators, so that's not going to be an issue.
That's you, standard.
Oh, it's got a little flutter.
It's got a big flutter.
Oh, this is great fun.
You haven't used a turbo yet.
No, I know. Even if you don't like Subarus, or you just don't give them much attention, come and have a go in one of these, because, my God, it's the sound and the feel, it brings you back, doesn't it? It's a nostalgia.
It's a sound of its own.
Oh, everything feels meaty and
Yeah.
analog and heavy.
Not that clutch, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just heavy.
The sound as well, it's like really resonates with your ear. That throb.
Yes. And you can tell people are interested in cars. Look at me, you've got no idea what car it is.
You can also tell the people who are interested in
Because
cars.
they stare like mad, yes.
Oh, wow. That's got a little bit of go, hasn't it?
It's a little bit red, yes.
The sound, and it's visceral.
It weighs 1,200 kilos. Is it? 1,200, I think?
Is it that light?
Yeah, so it's got 370 brake. It is a bit silly.
And you can heel toe it as well, which is always a treat. Wow, that is, yeah, that's an experience. I have to say, that amount of power, I mean, we barely got into the rev range there. It's just right. I feel like I'm in a rally car on a rally stage, but I'm not. I'm on an A road somewhere. Oh man. Do you know what, now we're driving, the clutch doesn't feel bad at all, it doesn't feel heavy.
No, you get used to it.
God, it's a rever, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's the windscreen wipers. Revs really freely, it feels so like clean at the top end.
The map was an expensive map. I was done on a rolling road. I did it properly. Six rolls I think they did on it. Yeah, it's been done properly.
I'm in a rally car. I'm Colin McRae. I'm not, but you know.
He's trying.
I'm trying. Oh, Matt, you've set this up tremendously well. This is great. Really, really great.
Pushes in your back, doesn't it?
It does, but it revs so cleanly. Like it doesn't feel like, not that there would be, but it feels. I mean, this car's old. It
is old,
but it's driving like a. If you told me this was brand new, I'd believe you. Straight off the dealership, it's set up so well, and I think it feels like this amount of power is what it should have had. Maybe 350. I mean, 350 is a sweet spot, right?
Yes, yes.
Oh, I've got to get used to that. I keep turning on the windscreen wipers because the indicators are on the
other side.
Other side,
yes.
Yeah.
I do it in my Audi. Audi's the opposite to this.
It's really quick. Really quick. This car is extremely capable and it's a real experience. I'm a big nostalgia guy as well. I love the 90s and noughties, the music, the culture. Getting into a car like this from 2002 that sounds the way it does, it just puts a smile on your face. And I really, really mean this. I love it.
From someone who's from your ridge, I'm impressed, mate.
I mean, this car's built well. Like, Japanese cars are some of the best.
From this era, yeah.
Yeah. This is a driver's car. This is for the thrill. And if you have a passion for cars, you have to drive one of these. And I am so glad I have, because...
Why not drive another one? This could be it.
Oh, exactly. Cars are going electric now and becoming very tame. I mean, they're getting quick as well.
But very quick.
But I want to hear the sound. I want to feel the acceleration, listen to the engine.
Feel the heat coming through the exhaust.
Exactly. Back in the early noughties, they were cooking.
I don't know what it is with noughties cars though. They were just a different type of breed.
Have you ever driven an Evo?
I owned an Evo.
No way.
Yes. And you get out of an Evo and get into this, don't start the car, you look around the car, you go, this is an Evo. Everything's in the same positions.
Really?
Yeah, apart from little things like these, a circle, don't think they're on an Evo. Everything virtually is an Evo. They were so similar, it was ridiculous. Little story, I had a rattle with the dashboard.
Yeah.
Bang the dashboard to stop the rattle, clock turned off. £180 for that cheap LED clock.
Really?
Yeah.
That's mental. Matt, thank you so much for letting me drive this awesome 2002 Subaru WRX STi. It is an STi.
It is an STi, yes, 100%. Yes.
Because it says it on the VIN plate, and Matt has proved that. I'll pop it in right now. So if any of you in the comments are like, that's not an STi, it is
100%
confirmed.
and verified.
That's been fact checked.
Fact checked, 100%.
There you go.
Fact checked.
Tick. What's your favourite thing about this car, Matt?
Four-wheel drive.
Yeah?
Yeah. I had rear-wheel drive cars and both went into a hedge backwards.
Ooh.
One was a Capri, understandable.
2.8?
2-litre Sport.
Ooh.
But that went into a car, wrote that off. Then I got a Fiat X19, little 2-seater sports car, and that went for a hedge backwards. And 3.6 on roundabouts. Yeah, four-wheel drive is my go-to car.
You feel comfortable in four-wheel drive?
Yeah. I know what it's going to do. If it suddenly goes sideways, put your foot down and point a direction.
There you go.
And that's what you've got to do.
Yep.
Unlike your car control, Reg, where you drift it around corners. I've seen it, you know, on the old track.
Yeah, on the track. Not anymore.
Not anymore. No, but very impressed.
Big thanks to Matt for letting me drive this awesome machine. Genuinely, really loved it. It's a joy to drive, and it's a time warp. And yeah, I think he's done a fantastic job with making this what it is, you know, tidying up the paint, 370 horsepower, which I think really hits the sweet spot. It's in really great condition. In fact, it's immaculate, to be quite frank. So he's, you know, you can clearly tell, as he said himself, it's a passion project, and a passion project done so well. Guys, if you enjoyed that video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Road Reg, and I'll see you again in the next video. Take care.